So let's check this page. Oh, let's continue with what we got. That's what we got to do. Everywhere but my website is working. And then part 2, the spine. So let's work on C1, 2, 3 for Esther for the teeth. And the ouch point of the teeth for Esther. Sorry to hear about your teeth issues. But people can chat. And I still have the requests, so I will still go through the requests, even though they will be going to either Facebook or YouTube. So for the teeth, the jaw, C3, 4, and 5. Anti-inflammation. For the pain. And let me know if on Facebook you can see me okay. On Instagram, you guys can see me okay. I can see you fine. Insulin resistance. Jim, yep, I see that. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And then the microbiome for Esther. And L1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Drew. And I'll get off a quick message. Yep, I'm doing okay on Facebook. So, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. For some reason, my website is having an issue. So everyone, please go to Facebook, but you'll still get the treatment. Instagram. I'll try one more time, refresh. All right, let's continue on. Esther, the bladder, S1 to 5. L1, 2, 3, 4, Drew. And let's make sure we don't miss anybody on the website with your chat. Mystical Citizen, Passionate Newbie. Oh. Yep, this can drive you crazy. Okay, good. Sorry, I got you all set. Stop. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, and down the entire spine. And we'll just move forward. Part 3, vagus nerve to liver 3, and kidney 1. Okay, next we have Mystical Citizen and Marie. Complex tears of the medial meniscus, that's of both knees. So that's inflammation. And we also have a request to be free of ghosts and demons. Sounds like you need to have a conversation with them, ask them why they're there, and then ask them to leave. But I'm no expert. At GB13 and in Tong area, we'll work our way down, and we'll also work on perfect blood. We'll give everybody that deals with blood and Catherine McGlynn command points of the brain, brain stem, TV17 BL9 for the tendons and connective tissues, for the tears in both meniscus of both knees. That's unusual. As well as enlarged prostate. And I want to make sure I got everybody on Instagram as well. We've got quite a few people. Vertebral artery, spinal artery. What I want to do is focus on bones, bone marrow, and craniosacral fluid for everyone, especially Happy Mama. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, and T1 for the bones. Perfect blood, that's what we're looking for, and lymph, T1, 2, 3. And we'll include the lymph for Australia, Emma. And ST also for healthy red blood cells. So if you think of the bone marrow as a way to produce, it is the factory for red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So it's actually where they're all formed. So we want the health of the bone marrow to work. Even hypoxia can be involved in the bone marrow. But let's work on the bones. T1, which I've worked with before and been very successful. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And we're still going to continue to do some extra work on both knees and the enlarged prostate and insomnia. So T7 right side for blood flow to lower extremities, lumbosacral plexus. Lumbar 1, 2, and 3 for the enlarged prostate. Insulin resistance improving, all-time low. Round of applause for Kraft Chocolate, aka JB. Blood flow down the legs, and additional bone marrow points, GB39. And the nourishment for the bone marrow is the cranial sacral fluid, GB789, tailbone 1 to 4, which we use, which is very good. Allison, ¿qué pasa? Good to see you. So activate the entire spine. And that's for the blood flow, bone marrow, liver 3, and kidney 1. So that's a complete bone marrow blood tune-up for SD and for Happy Mama. And we worked on the prostate. Let's focus a little bit more on the prostate and the ouch point for the knees. So stomach 36 is a really good one. Complex tears. So it happened on both knees. So that sounds really, really painful. So one of the best things for healing tissues is, believe it or not, cabbage leaves. It will heal the sulfur or whatever is in it for the knees. Will actually heal it, or a clay poultice or aloe gel. So those are the 3 things you can do for your meniscus to heal. And we'll do a lymph tune-up for everyone as well in just a moment. But we want to make sure we get this. And throughout, we'll work on free ghosts and demons, dad, freedom of leg cramps and restless leg. Sometimes that's sleep deprivation or different things that's going on. So blood flow to the brain. We're going to work on leg cramps for passionate newbie. For Marie, I don't want to skip Marie. Tap for good health. Marie, you're here for a tune-up. And for eyes, Catherine McGlynn. So restless leg means the nerves are getting to the extremities. Sometimes you can take cayenne pepper to help that to get to the extremities. You can also take vitamin B12, which will heal the nerves. Also check your inflammation markers in case you have an Epstein-Barr virus underlying viral infection, which may compromise your nerves. So let's work on the eyes for Catherine McGlynn. Work on the ouch point, then C1, 2, and 3. $74. Wow, you're rocking it, man. I'm sorry, nobody knows what I'm talking about. 74, insulin marker for Jim. So that's awesome news. I think they like it between 90 and 120. Or 90 is the threshold. I know it's below all of those. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We work C3 for the eyes. GV17 for the eye blood pressure, for Ferris and the glaucoma and macular areas, and C3, facial artery for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes, and Alice is asking, where do you drink drinkable aloe gel? That's a good question. I'll give you the link to the best one. It's a aloeanswers.com. I can email you a link if you remind me to. Whole Foods aloe juice. Yep. Raw aloe, whole leaf aloe drink. The woman that I interviewed talked a lot about it, and I think those interviews are now on YouTube. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Yep, that's the best one. I can send you a link, or that's at Aloe Answers. In fact, I don't know what it is, but I have a coupon for a discount. That's right. She gave me a discount and I forget exactly what that one is, but if you email me, I can give you that coupon and you can get a discount. That's the best quality aloe. It's actually medical grade. It even has SEAC, anti-cancer, detoxing herbs in it as well. So let's make sure we don't skip anyone. We're doing the eyes, both knees, prostate, insomnia. We'll work on insomnia as well. And that's a tough one. The points for maybe anybody else has any ideas for ghosts and demons would be 13, and the in-town connection of your third eye to the other levels of our consciousness. Thank you, Jenny, for giving that code. That's perfect. We want everybody to get it as affordable as possible. And if Anusara doesn't work, try Anusara 1 with a number 1 after it, but it might be either one of those. There we go. I want to get everyone. So a general tune-up for everyone, including Marie, T123478. I just heard Deepak Chopra tell me, and a million others, of course, because he's on YouTube, that 90 to 95% of all disease is caused by chronic inflammation. And that's one of my main focuses. And we work on that, T123478. Yeah, the 80s and 90s for your insulin markers are great. 74 is stellar. So keep up the good work. And make sure that I don't miss anyone here. And continue to work on the eyes. There's a few people with eyes, so I want to do a little bit more for Ferris. Catherine, the ouch point for the eyes, the optic nerve for the eyes, GV23. And I didn't get back to you about the nervines. That's a family of nerve support, basically nerve support herbs. And I'll get that to you. That's on my list there. So that's the optic nerve and glaucoma, which is about blood pressure to the eyes, GV17. So things like turmeric and ginger are good for inflammation, so those would be good options as well. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for the surgery. And part 3 for all vagus nerve gut issues, GB12, CV4, oxygenation issues for all cancers, sky window, and CV17 for the diaphragm. And Allison, you are next. We want to really work on your neck. Esty, we're working on red blood cells. We get that. Jim and Allison, you guys are next. So blood flow to the brain. Because there are actually tests that test the oxygen throughput from up to the brain. Sometimes there's an oxygen resistance there. So Jim, for you have it on Instagram, Parkinson's, neuropathy, adrenals, and PTSD, and you got it good. Blood flow to the brain, and let's work on the brain specifically, substantia nigra part of the brain. Mucuna pruriens herb, I was wondering if you're trying that. TB789 for the substantia nigra part of the brain. And we have a couple of people for COVID clearing. But we're working right now on Parkinson's, PTSD, and Emma is here from Australia. And yes, it is on Facebook is working, Instagram is working, and the page, the website is not. So maybe it's an update of something needs to be done. And I tried regular logins and admin logins, and it's still no luck, and restart. So for everyone, let's focus on GB789, 10, 11, GV 19, 20, 21, 22. Initialization and activation for everyone, the central nervous system and the biochemical system. All of the communication systems of the entire body. And the blockage on the right neck to stomach, 9. Okay, stomach 9 and 10 right at the clavicle. So I'm working on Instagram, which is great. And it's just the website that's not working. vertebral artery to the spinal artery. Let's work on all the shoulder areas and the area of stomach 9 and 10, the clavicle. So even while we're working, you can move your head like this or try to give extra stress to the area you're saying it is right side. So let's work on the right side. Hormones, please. Yep, we did that. GV20 for the pituitary. And you saw my mom on Facebook. Wow, what was she doing? Maybe it was for her 96th birthday. That's probably what it was. So let's really work on those areas for the releasing of the clavicle areas. Stomach 11, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Shoulder release point, GV20. Lung 1, lung 2, right below that area. And more for Parkinson's, PTSD, GB13, right side. And support for the pancreas for those great counts. And for all the nerves for the shaking. So we work on the blood flow, which is vertebral artery, brachial plexus, and for restless leg, T7, spleen, and abdominal blood, and lumbosacral plexus, blood flow to the legs as well. Vertebral artery to the gut, CV4, and then grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So clavicle to the right breast, that's why we work on lung 1, lung 2. That is the long thoracic nerve. Stomach 9, 10, 11, lung 1, lung 2 for that whole area. And grounding down for Allison. For the ghosts and the demons, Yin Tong area, third eye, a connection to the other worlds. Have a talk with them, see what they want, and ask them to move on. Okay, so we have a couple of people for COVID and long COVID side effects and some moral support. Everybody, please chime in. Moral support for Jenny. She went through a tough week. We were actually communicating during that time, and she did awesome all by herself. Just really did great. It's not easy, but now we want to really support her as much as we can. And Allison, you're doing great. Feel all the chi, especially this right area, this whole area to open up. Lung 1, lung 2, the whole clavicle area and the shoulder release point on the right side. So that will get that whole area going for you. So blood flow to the brain. So let's focus on COVID as well as we have on our website, high triglycerides and tired eyes. And then next we will be Fran D for your esophageal cancer. We will not miss anyone, guaranteed. My apologies for the video. And I'll just mention to everyone Now today my nickname is Nice Humanoid. Okay, let me see. You'll still receive the benefit? Okay, there we go. All right. Let's really focus on Louise has COVID and AFib. That's common. Unfortunately, it creates heart problems because it is taxing the lungs and causing blood clots. Blood flow to the brain. So muscle tone, lots of healthy sprouts, pea shoot sprouts, protein, high protein, alfalfa sprouts, broccoli sprouts, protein foods, dark leafy greens. Exercise. Your body is healing. So blood flow to the brain, the endocrine system again for Allison. And then we won't forget you, Emma, don't worry. We will do a lymph tune-up for everyone, including Emma especially. Iliac lymph. Vertebral artery to the spinal artery. So anti-inflammation for all the people with COVID and the viral issues, and T3. T1 for the bones and B cells, T2 for the thymus and T cells, T3 for the lungs and the lymph. So let's begin to work on the lymph for everyone. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. A good thing for the breathing and the heart is the relaxator device. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Work for the heart and pericardium for the AFib. Encouragement for Jenny Finn. You're doing great. We'll continue down for the microbiome for the gut. One of the best things you can do for detoxing and long-term protection against viral infections, believe it or not. Cold showers. Is one of them. And boost the microbiome. Probiotic, lots of probiotics. So the lymph, T7 for the spleen, and then the lymph tune-up for Emma and everyone, which is also good for COVID for Jen and Bonnie. Axillary lymph for the armpits. Inguinal lymph and iliac lymph. Lymphatic duct to the subclavian arteries. Also work on CV4, the Peyer's patch, immune system, lymph system as well. Overworked muscles need oxygen, so beet juice to deliver more oxygen, the relaxator to manage the carbon dioxide to give more oxygen, and all those different things. And grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. And thank you for joining, everyone. And you're doing great, Jim. Keep up the good work. We'll work some more on PTSD. That's helpful for everyone as well. So we work with Chi for perfect blood. We will work for high triglycerides and tired eyes next, and esophageal cancer right now. Blood flow to the brain. So triglycerides, that's the fat. So watch your fat intake. The magic formula for the optimal reduction of inflammation and fat ratios, 80-10-10. Carbohydrates, 80%, which can include greens and even green fruits, avocados and cucumbers. And then things like 10% protein and 10% fat. That's also critical for anyone with any insulin issues. Sylvie, did you put in a request, Sylvie? I don't see it, but thank you for joining. I don't see a request from you, Sylvie, but I'm so glad you're here. You're welcome very much. Blood flow to the brain and happy Chi, happy trails, happy Chi for Sylvie Forrest. Blood flow to the brain, endocrine command system. Command points to the brain stem. And anyone interested in learning Tongren, I'm teaching it actually this Saturday if you have the supplies. Even if you don't, we can get you through it, and then you're also optional to join the next time for free. But we have a few more seats open for this Saturday, 1 to 5 Eastern time. 2 days after the closest moon of the year. Should be good luck. And Alistair, we won't miss you either. Vertebral arteries, spinal arteries, so T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for triglycerides. C3 for tired eyes. You're welcome for these broadcasts. Admitting her to the hospital, see if you can get some vitamin C, zinc. So the basics for COVID, any inflammation, any viral infection, vitamin C, vitamin D, NAC is a special thing for the lungs, zinc, iodine. Those are the basic things. Iodine is optional, but all those other things are the good things to do. So you can do sea vegetables, leafy greens, fruits and vegetables, high vitamin C. Liposomal vitamin C is really the best option. She can take that while she's in there. That'd be great. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So T8 for the pancreas, the esophagus. And the oxygenation for anti-cancer, which is phrenic nerve to CV17. And we have a couple more requests. I apologize for the technical issues. We tried to fix it during the call, but we couldn't do it. Must have to restart or redo something. So we work with ferrous, triglycerides, tired eyes, esophageal cancer. Let's work some more on all cancers. Oxygen, anti-hypoxia, sky window, CV17. Breath work increases oxygenation of the tissues. That's another option for you as well. Take care, Sylvie, T123478. So the key to getting muscles rebuilt is, of course, the exercise and then the oxygen and nutrients, nutrient-dense foods, even chlorellas, E3 Live, sprouts, leafy greens, green juicing, and plenty of sleep and rest to regenerate, to give your body a time to rebuild. So one more round for everyone, vertebral artery to the spinal artery. And next we want to work on eyes, cataracts, floaters, mouth, and dental and bones and gums. So facial artery to the jaw and the teeth and the eyes, both sides. Pressure to the eyes, GB17. C3, 4, 5, the mouth, dental, bones, and gums. The ouch point for the jaw. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation. Lumbar 1 to 5, also for the adrenals and PTSD. One more time for Jim. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Vagus nerve to the gut-brain axis. Grounding to the earth, stomach 36. Energy for everyone. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. And now chi for everyone. Take a deep breath, ideally the 4-8-8 breath. Breathe through the nose, count to 4 in. Through the nose, count to 4, 8. Hold the breath for 8. Thank you for joining, everyone. We're right on time. For my apologies for the video. I will solve that. I will figure that out for next time. But these are the options. Go to Facebook. There are 3 places. It looks like Tongren Station, my YouTube channel, all Anusar Wellness, but Tongren Station is one option. Anusar Wellness Facebook page, Anusar Wellness YouTube channel. In addition to that is also Instagram, Anusar Wellness as well. So thank you very much for joining us. See you next week. Blessings. Even if I didn't see the video on my page, every single person in the chat on my website received their treatment. So thank you very much and have a great day. And thank you to Scott and Sarah. It's just coming in now. So we'll do one quick round for anxiety and tight chest, blood flow to the brain, and GB13. We don't want to miss anyone. So you're next, Sarah. Everything just sort of popped up all of a sudden, a whole bunch of them. And good luck to you, Jenny. Just keep in touch. Anything you need, we'll help you out. We got our community to help you out. Catherine. Catherine is a big fan of French fromage, which is a famous high culinary art breakfast in her neighborhood. So we praise her for her artistry and requests. And she is a hypnotherapist, by the way, if you have any questions. She is a hypnotherapist of the highest caliber. So if you have any questions or interested in that, put in the chat right now for Catherine. And Sarah Jimenez, anxiety, GB13 and CV17. So breathe deep. You're probably not breathing through your nose. So nasal breathing is the key. And we'll bring that to the CV17 for Sarah, CV4 for Sarah, and grounding liver 3, and kidney 1. And Allison, it's great to see you. It's been, about 30 years since we were hanging out together. Glad to see you doing okay. Take care, my friend. And thank you all for joining. And have a great day. Chi for everyone. And the clearing for everyone. This is entrainment. Thanks very much, and see you next week, and everything will be fixed, guaranteed. Happy trails, happy chi. Take care. Love to all. Bye now.